Hey, I'm Rob for JestaThaRogue.com, and at UK Games Expo 2019 I played Silver. And in this game, which is based on Cabo, however you pronounce it, which is also based on a public domain game called Golf, you're trying to score the lowest number of points. And in this game, your village has been overrun by werewolves, which are represented by a number on each of the cards that make up your village, which are the cards that are in front of you. And at the end of the round, you want to have your total number of your cards lower than everyone else's. And the cards are numbered 0 to 13, which sort of shows the number of how many werewolves that character can attract. And very simply, you take the 5 cards. I think it's 5 depending on the player count. It might be 4 if you're playing with fewer players, but we played with 3 players. We had 5 cards. Not entirely sure, but you're going to have a number of cards in front of you, and you get to look at 2. Again, that number might change for the player count. Not sure. But you get to look at a couple of them, and you get to put them back where they were, and you can't look at them again. You can't look at any of your cards for the sake of it. You have to play an ability to do that. And on your turn, all you're going to do is draw the top card of the deck, or the top card of the discard pile. Now, if you draw the top card from the deck, you have 3 options. You get to look at it, and if it's got an ability that you want to use, you can just use that card's ability and then discard it. Very simple. For example, the number 11 card is the Witch, and that says view the top card from the draw deck and exchange it with a card from any village, which allows you to then mess around, not only trying to reduce the total of your cards, so maybe you look at the top card of the deck and it's a 2 or a 3, so you want to swap it with one of yours, maybe a 7 or 8 or something, just to lower the overall total. Or maybe you've seen somebody put a lower number down, or they've exchanged one of their cards, so you know that one's quite low. If you draw a high number, you can swap it with one of them, try and give them a nice big number so they get lots of points at the end of the round. If you don't want to take the card and you don't want to play the ability, you can simply just discard it. That would be your turn done. Or you can exchange the card with one or more of your own cards. When replacing it with your own cards, obviously you don't know the value of your cards, so you don't know if you're helping yourself or hindering yourself. But what you can do is, if you know the value of your cards, if you've got multiple cards with the same number, you can reveal them all to discard them all and replace 2 of them, say, with this one card, hopefully reducing the overall total. So that's one way you can not only reduce your overall total, but you can reduce the size of your village. If you happen to take a card from the discard pile, the only option you have with that card is to exchange it with one of your cards in your play area, and then that card stays face up in your play area. So you can do it blindly if you want. You can switch it with one that you've never seen before, and that gets discarded face up into the discard pile, replacing it with your new card, which is now face up. And this keeps going. Now, if you've got 4 or fewer cards in your village, which leads me to believe you do actually start with 5, something I need to clear up. I can't find a rulebook for Silver online. Hopefully somebody can clear that up for me in the comments, please. If you've got 4 or fewer cards in your village, you can call for a vote. Then everybody gets 1 more turn. And once everybody's took an extra turn, you go to scoring. Now, if you did not call for a vote, all you're going to do is reveal all your cards. You're going to score the total sum of all the cards in your village. That is simple. Now, if you did call for the vote, it gets a little bit trickier. So if the total in your village is equal to or lower than everybody else's village, you score 0 points, which is good because, as I said, fewest points wins. If you called for a vote and the total is higher than any other player, any one player, then not only do you score the points of the sum of your village, you also take 10 penalty points. Not good. Very fun game though. I like the trying to score lowest points is always fun. No thanks is the only one I can think of off the top of my head. And golf, obviously, which is a game where you're trying to score the lowest number of points. But with this one, not only have you got the cards and you don't know all the cards, and you're kind of keeping your eye on everybody else and seeing what they're swapping, looking at which ones they know so that you can sort of jump on them if you see them swap a card for another card. You think, okay, they've probably lowered the value. You probably know something there, they've lowered the value. I'm going to jump in with my Witch and I'm going to give them a big 13 card, smash that down into their village, and hopefully that makes me win. The abilities on the cards are really good. I don't actually remember any off the top of my head. So I'm doing what any good reviewer does, and I'm looking at the images on Board Game Geek. Now, so there's 3 types of abilities. Not only those that you discard to play the ability, there are others as well. There's some that give you an ability only if they're face up in your village. So if you can see the card in your village, then you get to play that ability. For example, the number 0. The number 0 is the villager, and if 2 zeros are face up, the round ends instantly. And I believe that is in the entire game. So if 2 zeros happens to go up, bam, round over. Let's count up. You've got a 0, so that's a good start. Let's hope you win the round. Another type of ability you have is abilities that when you discard the card, for example the doppelganger, when discarding this card matches one other card. No idea what that means, but I'm sure it is very good. It's the doppelganger, it copies things. I don't know what that means. I shouldn't have read that one out, but never mind. Anyway, it's a good game. When it comes out, give it a go. It's cheap, I believe. I don't think it's out yet. It might be out in the US, not in the UK. I've seen it for sale on the Bezier Games website. There's a star for you. I know it's half price as well, which is good. I wish the shipping to UK was a bit cheaper, but I can wait for it to come out here. There's going to be silver, and there's also going to be silver bullet, which I think is the same thing but with different roles, kind of tweaks. So you've got multiple copies, a bit like, well, one like Ultimate Werewolf, to be fair. The other thing is Cabo, don't know how you pronounce it. That is also coming out as well, a second edition of that, which is basically the same game but without the roles. I think there's still abilities on the cards, but I don't think there's any roles. And then you can also play it with a deck of cards, but where's the fun in that? Anyway, love this one, can't wait to get it. That is silver.